you have enrolled for academic training, then I guess this is day 17. We already completed reading module. We completed listening. We also completed writing task 1 of we already completed writing task 1 of academic training. So I guess you missed a few sessions. So what I would do is, you just give me 1 second. I am going to send you, can I get the recorded classes from somewhere? Yes, Pranjal, you can. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm sending the link. I'm sending the link in the chat box, and you can subscribe to our channel. Visit live classes, wherein you will be able to watch the videos from day 1 to day 17. Okay, the videos from day 1 to day 17. You will be able to watch videos from day 1 to day 17. Yeah, welcome. So yes, now today we are going to start the session. And if you see, there's a page. Hello, Jagdeep. If you see, there's a page which is actually talking about one-on-one live session. And what is this? I'll tell you. Just consider these sessions as the demo sessions, which I'm giving to many students. And you can take this, as I said, you can take this as a demo session. Here, many ask me that how am I going to take the speaking part? So if we have more than 20 participants altogether, then it is really going to become difficult for me to take up the speaking class for each and every candidate. But that particular thing you can do with one-on-one live session. You will be given a trainer who would, will be targeting only you. That is, you will be the candidate, and you would be able to give the test. She would ask you questions exactly related to the examination, and it would help you more of to get familiar with the exam pattern plus the evaluation. The feedback that you would receive from the trainer would be, I would say, an extraordinary feedback. You should be able to understand everything related to the marking parameter of the IELTS examination. So the benefits of going for one-on-one live session, that is what I have done to go with the first part. You will be able to get personalized lesson plan, personal guidance, full-length mock test. See, I know that full-length mock tests are available from the internet. Very truly speaking, I would not, give you any fake things as well. So these are the facts. Obviously, you will be able to get many mock tests. But the main point is, for example, you have got 28 out of 40 in reading. Who do you have to clear your doubts, or who do you have to give you the answers of the rest of the 12 questions where you have gone wrong, and you do not have anyone who can make you understand where you went wrong or why the answers are, being wrong? What particular strategy can be used? So this is the part why we ask you to go for one-on-one live session if you want to secure your desired bands in just first attempt. Next is, apart from the mock test, you will get many practice tests as well related to all the modules: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Free ebooks as well. So currently we have recent test from September to December version. So you can buy those books. I will send the link to buy the ebooks. With these, you will get the evaluations as well as the grammar and vocabulary lessons as well. So when you go for free learning, you will not be benefited with the other facilitations. But when you go for one-on-one live learning, you'll definitely be able to get many of the options only for you. Okay, so let's start today's class. My name is Gesha, and presenting to you day 17. And today we are going to learn about the structure of body paragraphs, wherein you would be able to know exactly what to present in the body paragraphs. We did opening and closing structure of the letters yesterday, and I am a senior trainer with IELTS Material taking these classes, the 30-day batch, the free 30-day batch, where I'm able to give only few concepts, not able to clear each and every query, but still I try to do that. Okay, so let's move on to the part. This is what the examiner looks for when you are doing a writing task. It is just the recall. So the marking parameters are task achievement, coherence and cohesion, vocabulary, and grammar. Here there is just a small difference. I'll just change this. This is which comes at the end. Vocabulary and grammar comes first. Sorry, in the third position. Grammatical range. Grammatical range and accuracy, where the examiner looks for your range of presenting different sentences, but that too in a natural way, without making any grammatical errors. And that is what the examiner looks for. And this goes in this way. That is task achievement, coherence and cohesion, grammatical range and accuracy, and vocabulary. Okay. Now, Jagdeep. Okay. So he left. Okay. So again, it is a recall. This is just a recall which we did in these days. We have learned about formal, semi-formal, and informal letters. Formal letters are the one which are to be written to a person whom you do not know. So, for example, you can take the application, the job application letters. These are formal letters. The tone have to be, the tone of the letter is always formal. That is what you need to, focus on this. Be polite. You cannot use contractions. This is the first and foremost thing that is you should keep in mind. You cannot use contractions. So please don't use those. The other one is semi-formal. You either don't know that person or you know that person, and you are actually, personally, you do not know that person, but you know the name of that person. For example, let's take the principal of your school, the principal of your college, university. So you know that person, but the point is, when you are writing to your principal, you have to show a very, you have to show a respected letter, which has a polite tone, a formal tone, because you're talking to your principal. You know that person, so you can definitely address the person with his or her name. Okay. And in this way, this will be considered as a semi-formal letter. Writing to foreign university would be formal or semi-formal, since mentioned in both the sections. Okay. That is what I explained now very clearly. You are already a student of that foreign university. You know the person, but you do not know that person personally, then it is a semi-formal letter. But when you are writing to a university inquiring about something, about a course, or about, or about any workshop, then it is called as a formal letter, because you're writing to an unknown person requesting for some information. So that is the difference between semi-formal and formal letter writing to the foreign university. One, you have already taken the admission, you're a part of that university, so it becomes a semi-formal letter. But when you're not a part of the university and you are seeking the information, then it is a formal letter. Okay, Muskan, clear? Okay. So, informal letters are the ones which you write it to your relatives, your friends. Generally, if I take the IELTS examination, then always the informal letters are writing a letter to your friend. Here, you can use the contractions, but just make sure that you are using them in a right way. Do not present any negativity in your contractions or in your letters, you always have to be positive. Even if you're complaining, show that you are concerned about it and that is why you're complaining. Do not express your aggression or do not express any negative vibes. Next is you should not use any abbreviations, not even in the formal or informal letters. You cannot use any acronyms. That is OMG, BHK. Even I would suggest don't use MBA. Don't use these acronyms. They're not allowed. Always try to use the full form of any short forms or any acronyms. It would be really good to use those. Okay. Next is do not use any academic language. Don't use any academic language. These are letters. These are not related to academic writing. This is related to general training writing. So just make sure you're mature writers and you should make sure that you follow the correct pattern of logical writing. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next section where we are going to learn a few body structures related to some types of letters. So let's focus on 5 types of letters today. Complaint letters, letters of apology, request or inquiry letters, invitation letters, and thank you letters. Now we have a table. I've made a table which will make you understand what should be the structure. So the structure is, let's take any letter. That is, if I take a letter of complaint, if your letter is making a complaint, then you need to write introductory paragraph, explanation of the problem or problems in 2 paragraphs, saying what you think the addressee should do. So definitely you want an answer from the opposite person. You want a solution. So you would be asking for that, and then closing paragraph. The introductory paragraph, that is the opening structure, and the closing structure was already completed yesterday. So if you feel that you still want to take up yesterday's session, so you can just watch yesterday's session, that is the last session on YouTube. I'm sending the link to the same so you can understand how the opening and closing structure, the session of opening and closing structure was. Similarly, let's take the letter that is apology letter. So you just have to focus on the 2 paragraphs, the 2 bulleted points, those we have in the middle of introductory and closing paragraph. So explaining why you must apologize, your reason. You are explaining the reason. You have already given the hint of the reason, the objective, why you would like to apologize, but now this is in detail. Explaining why you must apologize, this is in detail. Offering an alternative plan. If you have an alternative plan, if you want to give any other possibility, you can definitely give it to that opposite person. Again, it depends on the question if it is asked. Okay, you should have that particular question in your bulleted questions, that is in your main question. So don't forget to focus on those questions. Your 3 paragraphs will depend on 3 questions. Okay. Next is the letter for giving information or for suggesting something. So give the information and offer more information if it is required. Or you can just elaborate the information by giving some extra information like the proper nouns, what type of, where the person can get the information, or where the person can go, particularly to whom they can, seek the information, or which would be the best one, the best company, the best driving company, anything. But if it is asked specifically, only then you would be providing a particular kind of extra information. Otherwise, no. Okay. Next is making a request. So you explain the situation and give details of your request. Let's take, for example, I'm not able to take up the session because I'm not feeling well. So explaining the situation. The situation is I'm not feeling well. I'm suffering from fever. It's a high fever, 104. Not possible for me to get up from the bed. Feeling, lethargic. What is the meaning of lethargic? Feeling very low. No energy and dizziness. A lot of dizziness is there. So I'm explaining the situation and then giving details of your request. So that I can make a request like, for example, if I'm not able to take today's session, I would definitely continue tomorrow for 2 hours. So please make sure that you be present or give your presence tomorrow for 2 hours, and I would make sure that I explain both the lectures in an elaborate way, or I would take it properly. Okay, I would give appropriate information related to 2 hours. I will not delay tomorrow's session. So I'm giving a possibility, or I'm requesting a possibility that can happen, and asking the other people also to support. Okay, so this is a very good example that I can present it to you related to making a request. Next is making suggestions. Now, you can make a suggestion. You can give 1 or 2 suggestions. Again, it depends on the number of questions or the information that is asked related to the bulleted questions in each and every question format. Now, in the suggestion part, you will be making the first suggestion. If that is not possible by the opposite person, if he's not able to work on that suggestion, then definitely you can give an alternative. So give an alternative as well, so that the person to whom you're writing the letter would have 2 possibilities. So probably he would be taking up one or the other. So he would not have any other suggestion. He will depend on 2 points. He would use either one. Okay. So this is a normal structure that can be used for different types of letters. Now, let's focus on a few examples where you can take related to apology, complaint, request, and making suggestions. So these are the, what we say, these are a few appropriate language in letter writing, which you can focus on. For example, many people just run out of vocabulary and they say that they're not able to understand how to start a paragraph. So you can use these. You can definitely use these. And these would help you in writing letters, whether it is formal or semi-formal, or it is informal letters. Okay? Giving you 2 minutes to just go through this particular table. So these tables, sorry. And in case if you have any doubts or any questions, you can write the question in the chat box. You can write the question in the chat box. Okay? Okay, any questions? Students, any questions? No? Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next category. Okay, so now, what is the best method? I explained it earlier. For example, I know there may be many students here who are looking for just the added information or some add-ons, and ebooks can help you in that as well, because ebooks, we have the sample answers related to letters as well as related to essays, which will help you in developing a good vocabulary. As well as when you buy ebooks, I'm not just talking about this, but when you buy any ebook, what you should do is you should always have a pencil and and your book, and you should always try to mark which particular sentence is a simple sentence, which sentence is a complex one, which is a passive one. You will be able to analyze by yourself that in a paragraph, how many types of different sentences are used. So with that, you should be able to understand the criteria, how it is marked, the grammatical range and accuracy. Also try to find out what different vocabularies you can use instead of, a few ones. Try to learn different vocabularies, which you would be able to come across in the ebooks. So this you can do with the help of the ebooks. So the point is, it is not that today it had been written under informal. Okay, because in the informal also, see, informal and semi-formal is, when I take a formal one, the formal way of writing is to write about how would you apologize? Like I would say, I would like to apologize for the instance that happened yesterday. And I suppose that it was all my mistake. So this is something I'm writing it as a formal letter, formal tone. I'm apologizing. When I want to, write a sorry letter, I can use I'm sorry, I am sorry. Okay, Acha, you're talking about the contractions. Are you talking about contractions? No, I have not used contractions. Okay, I am sorry under semi-formal category. Yes, it's written, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid I must apologize about not behaving in that. This is written in informal. Why I have written it in informal is because I'm using contractions. I have just made this. This is actually categorizing related to the way how you can write. I can write this. I'm very sorry, but I'm very sorry about not. I have done the format like opening in intro, mention all the 3 points in brief, then 3 body paragraphs for each cue point, closing. Is that correct? No, it's not correct, Simran. It's not correct. Your first paragraph, introductory paragraph, will not have anything like hint. No hints. It is just the purpose of the letter, showing that is it a complaint letter? Is it a job application letter? Is it an apology letter? Is it a letter seeking information? Is it a request letter? Is it a letter making suggestion? Is it a letter giving advice? So you only have to give that and nothing else, because we will go through the examples now, and that is a structure to be followed. Okay, so let me just take you to the examples, but before that, just once again, we'll just go for the ebooks. So for example, if you want to practice and just practice, because you have learned many of the strategies from this live session and you are not, you don't have time to go for one-on-one session, completely fine. You can just use special 20 code to avail your set of ebooks, and you can get the ebooks of September to December 2021 recent actual test. Okay. So yes, you can definitely go for all the types of essays, the letters, and the proper structure that is followed. So you would be able to know how to write the introductory paragraph, what has to be written in the introductory paragraph, extra vocabularies, a vocabulary ebook as well. So everything you will get in the ebook combo set. Okay. Now let me take you to the example so that you will come to know how you can actually format a letter. Let's take the first example, which is formal letter. Now here, see, I have specified it very, appropriately, or I would say effectively. The letter is, you missed a flight due to a problem at the airport. Write a letter to the airline company or the airline. In your letter, you have 3 bulleted points, one in red, one in purple, and the other one in green. So these are the 3 bulleted points which will make up your body paragraphs. Always remember that 3 bulleted points will make your 3 body paragraphs. Sometimes what happens is many expert writers, they take the introductory paragraph and the first bulleted point together, placing 3 paragraphs. Okay, placing totally 3 paragraphs, and that is accepted. You can do that. You just have to use a connector to connect the idea and nothing else. So just make sure that you are going according to the structure. Use a very good connector to connect the introductory paragraph and the first body paragraph, and you can definitely go for it. You can see the number of words taken is 178 words. This is a formal letter, and that is why it is written yours faithfully. Okay. When I take $350, this will be considered as 1 word. So when I count the number of words, I'll not be considering as a number. I will consider it as 1 word. Again, please just notice that each and every connector, after each and every connector, we have a comma. This shows very clearly that I'm trying to connect the previous paragraph to the present paragraph, and I'm showing a connection between the sentences or the ideas as well. Okay, so just see, describe what happened that caused you to miss the flight. So what you should focus on? The main focusing part is to focus on the description, that is what happened. What happened that made you to miss the flight? So the main point is 2 weeks ago, I was due to catch a flight to Rome where I intended to spend 4 days on holiday. Unfortunately, the attendant at the check-in gave me a wrong boarding card for a different flight. So it is, she gave a wrong boarding card, or you can say a boarding card for a different flight. Okay. Yes, of course. Dear, yours faithfully, your name, everything will be considered in the word count. Everything, even the articles A and the prepositions to, from, the small prepositions, all will be considered. Even I, the subject I will also be considered as one word. Okay, so everything related to the alphabets, alphabetical things, everything will be considered as one word, and the numbers will also be considered as one word. Okay. So see, here it is written the clear reason why she missed and what happened that she missed the flight. It is actually presenting the wrong boarding card given by the attendant, and that's why she missed. She did not notice the mistake until I arrived at the departure gate. It was until she arrived at the departure gate, it was too late, and that is why it made to miss her the flight. Now, the next one is explain how missing your flight affected you. So you need to give reasons how it has affected you. As a result of the error, I was not allowed to board the flight to Rome. For Rome. This is the first thing that she, that impacted. And then she had to book a new flight 2 days later. Okay, so this is the extra expense that she had to make. This is the extra expense that she had to make. So she has 3 reasons. Proper 3 reasons. She was not allowed to board the flight. She took a flight. She had to book a new flight after 2 days. And then even she had to pay extra $350. Now, make it clear what you would like the airline to do. So this is a request that you're going to make, or you want it very clearly, crisp, and might be you want the airlines company to do this. It's a clear request, I would say, and you want them to pay for it, compensate for it. So you want them to compensate for the cost of the additional flight. You want the current airline company to bear the cost of the additional flight, as well as for my taxi fares from the airport to the hotel. So did you see it is very crisp, not talking here and there. Exactly the reasons giving, and rest of the part are the words which would make you to make a sentence. That's it. Rest, nothing is used, and as I said, each and everything is considered to be words. You need to count each and every word from dear to Jones. Everything will be counted. Okay, so this is the part that you need to focus, right? And that is why I have made sure that I take different colors in context to make you understand the 3 different paragraphs. Now, this is an example of a formal letter. Let's move on to the informal letter. Let's move on to the semi-formal letter. I'm so sorry. Let's move on to the semi-formal letter. Again, is there any maximum limit of words for the task? Yes, of course. The task 1, I would suggest do not exceed 200. But again, I would also suggest that you can go for 180, 185, and I guess that's more than enough. For letters, it is more than enough. So just make sure you write properly. Okay. Now, again, we'll come to the example. You can see that this particular section is related to this, and the purple color is related to this, and the green color is related to this paragraph. This is the introductory paragraph, and this is the closing structure. This is a closing structure. Yours sincerely, Adam Smith, is actually called as subscription. And this is called as salutation. Dear Mr. Dear Mr. John. And see, you can see that the first introductory paragraph is taken only in one sentence. Only in one sentence. And that is why I always would advise, take your introductory paragraph just in one sentence, that is one full stop. Do not extend it to 2 or 3 sentences. We don't want that because you're going to present the details in the next 3 body paragraphs. So just make sure that your 3 body paragraphs, 3 bulleted questions in relation to 3 body paragraphs will have all the details. Okay, no details to be presented in the introductory paragraph or in the last closing structure. Right? This is a structure to be followed when you're writing the letters. Do we get bonus point to connect introductory and first paragraph? Might be yes, it is considered as an advanced level of writing. Okay, so if you want to score really good, use a very good connector, and in that way you can connect the introductory paragraph and the first bulleted point and make sure that you're writing it in a very good way. And yes, of course you can do this. You may score really good because it would be considered as an advanced writing. Clear? But for the beginners, I would say follow this method as well. This is called as a very structured way of writing. You can follow this, or you can follow the way that you have mentioned, Yogita. You can definitely do that. We'll do it tomorrow. Yogita will do it tomorrow related to the same. I have an example, so we'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is your assessment. Please do attend the session tomorrow. Tomorrow is your assessment. Your assessment means you will behave as examiners or evaluators. I would be presenting different case studies, or I would say I would be presenting different examples. And it would be a complete interactive session where you would give me many answers related to what score you would give to this example, what can be written in context of anything else. So everything you can describe properly. Okay. Olivia, I guess you need to check your internet connection, please. Right? Am I audible to everyone? If participants can give the answer, yes. Okay, thank you so much. So I guess, Olivia, if you can check for the internet connection, please. Okay. Next is, let's move on to our last category of example, that is the informal letters. So informal letter, yes, Yogita, you wanted an example for it, and we have the example. So you can see very clearly that this particular sentence is the one taken. The candidate has already apologized. It's written, I'm sorry, I haven't written for so long. She is actually, apologizing, or, okay, it's an invitation letter as well. So it's a mixed letter. Okay, write a letter to you, write a letter to a friend. Write a letter to a friend of yours whom you have not met for a long time. So you're apologizing for that. You would be giving the reason why you were not able to meet him or her. And you're describing a few changes in your life during that time, why you were not able to meet that person, what happened during that particular time course. And you're also going to invite him or her to join you soon. Okay, so you're giving, you're giving a particular time where you could meet your friends. So see, you can write in this way. You can definitely write in this way. We'll take this as your example answer, Yogita. So you can see that this particular structure, it is taken as a combination of introductory as well as the first bulleted point. And this particular structure is the second one, and this is the third one. So you can see 3 paragraphs are written. But here we are not using any connectors, right? We are not using any connectors because we have already used a sentence that clearly shows, I'm sorry, I haven't written for so long. My work keeps me busy that I never have a minute to myself. This can be, okay, we are not using a connector, but did you see the 2 sentences have a clear connection between the ideas She is actually apologizing, saying that she was not able to write. Why? Because her work used to keep her busy a lot, and that is why she was not getting time for herself as well. Okay, so that is why she was not able to write to her friend. And you can show the connection without using connectors. You can show the connection. You just have to present the idea in a way that, for example, let's take it. If I want to invite somebody, then what would be the next sentence? The invitation. For example, if I say I am inviting you for the wedding, so my next sentence would be the time frame related to that wedding, because I'm giving the details of that particular invitation. Okay, so that is also considered to be a connection. So it is not that the connectors only will help you, but even the ideas also, the ideas also should be presented in a way to show the connection. So this is, you can take two different sentences, but the idea is the same. Giving the reason why she was not able to write to her for a long time. Okay, why she was not able to give the presents to her for a long time. Sorry, since a long time. Okay, I am writing to invite you to my wedding. Since you have never met my future husband, you must have a million questions running through your mind right now. I hope I can tell you enough to put your mind to ease until we meet. So this is what she is saying. She is saying that this is enough that I've given the information about myself, and I would definitely give you more of information when we meet. Okay. Now, describe a few changes in your life during that time. So here, 5 months ago, now she's talking about the past one. 5 months ago, I decided to take a cruise to Bahamas to get away for a little while. And on that cruise, Faith arranged for me to meet my future husband. And future husband Alan. He is the most wonderful, loving person you could ever imagine, and we are happy, very happy together. So this is the one. What change happened during that particular course of time? And then when is the wedding? So also invite him or her to join you soon. So you are inviting your friend to the wedding occasion. You are describing the time, the date, and also looking forward that your friend would definitely be there to show the friendship, the presence of friendship. And yes, it would be great if your friend meets your future husband. With love, Amy. That's it. Okay, so you can definitely write in this way. This is somewhere called as advanced writing. You can also see it's a very simple way of writing. Still, this letter would easily get 8.5 bands. Would easily get 8.5 bands. Might be a few things that, what is cruise? Cruise? Oh, really? You do not know what is a cruise? It's actually, do you know about Titanic? Titanic, Akila? Titanic, an example? Yes, that's a cruise. Okay, that's a cruise ship. It's a ship which actually takes you on a holiday, which is specially organized in a way that you spend a few days on the ship, where you have all the facilities, restaurants, your room, where you can, stay on waters. Yes. So Titanic is the best example for cruise. Ships organized for traveling or stay. Yes, exactly. Okay. So these are the letters, or I would say these are the examples which I have taken for explanation of body structure. And now this is it. Again, I'm going to send you one last link where you can give your feedback. Plus, don't miss out tomorrow's session, as we are going to make it an interactive session where you would be reading the answers. You would be behaving as an evaluator, and you would give me what certain mistakes the candidate has done, what improvements can be given to the candidates, or which particular marking criteria should the candidate focus on more. So you need to give me all the details tomorrow. It will be a kind of case study that you would do, and as well as I need your suggestions as well. Okay, timings is the same, Akila. It's going to be 7 p.m. every day. Okay, there is a confusion for, there is a question from Girish asking that in some other materials, they say that we should start new para with space, like in indent to begin the para. It is very confusing. Could you please confirm on this whether space is required or not? No, it's not mandatory. I'll give you the exact way of writing. This is called as paragraphing styles. Okay. So let's take this particular style which you have in front of your screen. So you can see that all the paragraphs have been started with the left alignment. Okay. Make sure if you do this with the starting of the left alignment, you leave a line. Okay. You leave a line. In case if you are taking an indent, you're taking a space to start your paragraph, do not leave a line after each paragraph because you're already showing that your paragraph is starting in this way. This is your first paragraph, this is your second paragraph, and you can do it in that way. Okay, so let's take an example. If I'm taking this particular paragraph in this way, like this. Okay, so I would make sure that I don't leave any line, and I can show that these are written in this way. The paragraphs are written in this way. Girish, understood? Or you can take it in this manner. If you take it in this manner, you have to leave a line. If you take it in this manner, you don't have to leave a line. Already you can see that there are 3 paragraphs given. Yes, very good. So thank you so much for being a very good participant. Can you please tell us a bit about complex sentences? Yes, we'll do that in the writing task too. Yogita will definitely do that in writing task too. We'll also do that tomorrow because I have a few exercises for you to attend tomorrow. So please be attentive as well as please give your presence tomorrow as well. So we'll be doing a few exercises tomorrow because I don't think I have anything more to explain related to letters. Okay, and now it's just the evaluation. There is a question from Parminder Singh. Can you please arrange speaking classes? See, I cannot arrange speaking classes, but what you can do is you can take up a few sessions with our expert trainers. Parminder, you just have to visit our website, that is www.IELTSMaterial.com. If you want, I can definitely give that. You don't have to take any demo session. You can consider these sessions as a demo session. Just log into this particular website. When you log in, you will find an executive or a chat box. You just have to give your number there. The executive or the team member will call you, and you can ask for a few speaking sessions where the trainer will take live speaking tests with you, and the trainer will also give you a detailed feedback. Okay, you can ask a trainer you can ask a trainer to take different levels of speaking tests, that is an easy one, an intermediate one, an advanced level. You can go for all the types of speaking tests. Clear, Parminder? Was this informative? Parminder, was it okay? Is the answer okay for you? And if you want to go for general instructions, then definitely you can attend the sessions from day 25 to day 29, sorry. Day 25 to 29. I have joined little bit late. Is it okay with you to share the presentation? I'm really very sorry, Sandeep, I cannot do that. But you can just subscribe our channel. I guess I've already sent the link, but I'll send it to you again. I don't have any problem with that. Please subscribe to our channel, and you should be able to see this particular video on the YouTube channel. So you can do that. I'm really very sorry. We are not allowed to share the presentation with anyone as it's a copyright. Okay. So I'm really very sorry for that. But you can definitely go for the videos. You can definitely go for the previous videos. Okay, so I'm just not sharing anything now. We'll focus on the questions. So let's take questions. If you have any question, you can definitely ask me in the chat box. The question is, Complex sentences or passive aggressive are not mandatory for writing task 1. Direct sentences will work. No. Direct sentences means what? Are you talking about active sentences? No, active sentences will not work. Please make sure that you're not taking any active sentences in writing task 2. You're not there to speak, you're there to write. So always present your answers in a very good way with the complete sentence structure. Don't take the active sentences where you are just, taking up half part of the sentence and you want the examiner to understand the other half part of the sentence. You cannot do that. So that is why we always stress that you can take a simple sentence, which is a complete one, a compound sentence, which is a complete one, and a complex sentence, which is again a complete one. Why passive sentences? Because those are actually an elaborate version of active sentences. So go for passive ones. Don't go for active ones, taking half part of the sentence and you just leave it as it is. And you feel that the examiner would understand what you're trying to write. No, the examiner will never imagine anything from her side. Okay, so you have to make sure that you clear each and everything. Each and every point should be clear. Write with complete clarity, which is the most important part. Okay, focus on communication skill, whether it is writing or speaking. Yesterday, you booked one-on-one speaking test, but till now, you haven't received any link from IELTSMaterial. So is it a demo session? Hema, is it a demo session? Yes. So you will definitely, what time is being allotted to you for the demo session? 11 to 12 in the morning or at night? 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Morning? 11 a.m. Okay, they will definitely call you. Or I would, can you just send me your number, please? I would ask my team member to arrange a session for you tomorrow itself. You cannot define how many sentences can be written. Only the paragraphs should be, the paragraphs should be a blend of all the sentence structures. That is, whether you take simple, you take complex, you take compound or passive sentences. So there is no structured number, I would say, that you can take 2 complex sentences, 1 simple sentence. No, it actually depends on the way you present the idea. So no particular thesis for how many sentences to be written as complex sentences or compound sentences. That completely depends on your idea, how you want to present the letter. Okay, Sandeep? Any other questions, please?